Your look throughout the film kind of evolves as Malekith kind of changes state. Talk about the physical process of doing that and how important that was for the character.
Well, when you're in the chair for, I think it was around 6 hours, it does give you time to become the character, really. And the first makeup day was important because I saw the character born in the mirror. You sit there and you see it happen in the various stages. And the costume was very powerful, and I found my posture and my attitude changing, and the attitude of people around me changing purely because of the way I appeared. And I think we first meet Malekith in the film when he's at his most powerful. Slightly in the past we see him at his most powerful. Then there's an important moment in the film when we see Malekith born. And I loved that scene, as did Alan, the director, because there's a suggestion of vulnerability. He's been asleep for a long time, and he's not at his angriest and his most powerful. And I think that's an interesting beat for the character to see him slightly on the back foot.
Now, Chris Hemsworth and your character, I don't think we're giving much away, saying, you know, they're going to come to blows at some point.
They're going to have a conversation.
How imposing was Chris to face up to?
Chris is a gentleman. He works so hard at the role physically and in every way, but he's got a great sense of humour about it, and he made me feel very welcome. And we had good fun. Every scene, every wire we hung off, every green screen we fought in front of, we had a great time. He's a formidable actor and a gentleman.
Fantastic. If you had to describe Malekith in one word, what would it be?
Revenge. Pure revenge. He is intent on revenge.
Now, this murky world that Malekith comes from and lives in is represented by...
He wouldn't like you calling it murky.
Sorry, Malekith.
Malekith is...
he would, yeah, I wouldn't...
He's still around here
long,
somewhere. Dark is okay, murky's not.
Right, okay. This dark world...
The murky elves doesn't work.
Well, I hope the people of Iceland wouldn't take offence to this as well, because it is a murky world represented by Iceland.
We did go out to Iceland, and it's certainly not murky. We were made fantastically welcome there and used that extraordinary terrain. And it was an important bonding experience, that, for the cast and the crew, because we all went out there together. We were starting very early in the morning. A fantastic landscape.
Just finally, talking about sets, Malekith's ship is this very empowering set for you to have worked on, I imagine. Just talk about walking into that.
Yeah, I refer to it as the pod, really, that Malekith emerges from and then walks onto the bridge, and we later see it, if it's not giving too much away, crashing into Asgard. Yeah, it was extraordinary, all the sets on this. And my first day, I was in the Asgard Hall with Odin's throne in front of me, which I casually destroy. That was that was my first day, you know.
Right.
Amazing, the sets on this film. Amazing, the detail, actually.
Just talk about seeing the final product as well, because it's so different to what you would have experienced filming it, I'm sure.
Well, I'm going to see it again on Tuesday night in the London premiere. I've seen it once, and the first time an actor sees a film, they do tend to just watch themselves in the hope that they've not let anybody down. So the second time's really important because you can relax and look at everybody else's work. I had a great time, and I was really delighted at the amount of humour in the film, and a bit disappointed that as the villain I was excluded from that. I have to play it very straight and very serious, and everybody else has moments of great humour. And I think that helps with the special effects and the stunts to have some laughs as well.